Here's a little posture review for people who came to the first week of the General Dance Technique class. So we talked about lots of different postural things. The first being where your hips are. So if your hips are tipped too far to the back or too much to the front, then the whole rest of your spine has issues getting stacked up properly. So instead of tipping backwards or forwards, we need to keep the hips right underneath us and level. Now if you have two bones here in the front and one in the back, you want all three of those to be a nice level platform. And once the hips are stacked, then the spine can go through its different curves. The very bottom is curved around, then we have a curve in for the low back, a curve out for the middle back, and another curve in for the neck. We take all of those curves and we just gently draw them apart. We don't want to flatten the back, but by taking the ear bone right here behind your ear and lifting up and back, we lengthen through the neck, and the whole rest of the spine just has space to hang. So that's our vertical alignment. Then we also have our lateral alignment, which is from the hands, elbows, all the way through. And mostly people have problems here with the collarbones and their shoulder blades. The collarbones here in the front and the shoulder blades in the back, the triangular bones right there, need to be level. And most of the time people drop the collarbone too far forward. So the shoulder blades are hanging on the top and the collarbones are sort of hanging off the front. Instead, we want to make them level. So the collarbones in the front and the shoulder blades in the back are seated equally and hanging equally, sort of like a yoke right around your spine. So with the shoulder girdle flat like that, then whatever movement we do with the arms shouldn't disturb the placement of the collarbones and the shoulder blade, but we should be able to rotate the arms without disturbing the rest of the body. So with our pelvic alignment, spinal alignment, and shoulder girdle alignment, you'll notice that we also need to do a little bit of lift here in the tummy. A lot of people, we get a little lazy when we're sitting around, we don't do anything here. Instead, just gently lift up and back to help support the low back. So if we don't do anything with our tummy muscles, we tend to kind of sit down into our body, and instead we're going to have a little lift right there that's going to help open up the spaces between these vertebrae and the low back. Now a little bit about the lower body. Your feet can sometimes roll in or roll out, depending what you happen to do. We don't want either. We want to feel like the inside of the ball of the foot, outside of the ball of the foot, and the heel are 3 points of a pyramid, and that the foot, the arch of the foot, resurrects up. So we have nice high arches in our feet, and the feet are right under the knees are right under the hips are right under the shoulders, which are right under the ear bones. So if you have a plumb line from your ear through your shoulder, through your hip, and into the floor, then you should feel balanced, which is what we're going to talk about on Wednesday, is balance. Very important in dancing, so that no matter what you want to do to express yourself, you can stay on your balance the whole time. See you soon.